Hi, I'm Mike Heuser, VP of Training and on-site trainer for Phone Ninjas. And now we're going to talk a little bit about a specific qualifying situation. When a phone call comes in and the customer knows exactly what they're looking for, or at least they've picked out something they're looking for. So they call in, you get a call something like, hey, I'm online here on your website and I see a 2014 Honda Accord, stock number 1234. Is it available? 68% of the time, it's availability is what they're looking for when they're calling in. But they basically know what they're looking for. They called in, and how do we now qualify this particular customer? Well, if you noticed in the generic qualifying video, I went right from the greeting right into qualifying, and I hadn't got the contact information. In this situation, we need to find out who they are. We don't know who they are. They basically selected a vehicle, and they're definitely a little bit more down the road than just, I'm looking for a small SUV for my wife. So let's find out who they are. So when you're asking for the information, when you're asking for someone's contact information, ask in an assumptive manner, okay? In that way, like you get it all the time. So it would feel funny if they didn't give you the contact information. Just try it that way. So when you're going into it, act like you get it all the time, and they'll naturally give you the contact information. So first thing we want to do is acknowledge the vehicle that they've called in for, okay, and create a little bit of sense of urgency. So let's say they call in, they say, okay, I'm looking for a 2014 Honda Accord. We want to acknowledge it first. Well, that's a beautiful car. We've actually had a few calls on that one already today. We started there. Okay, acknowledge it, get excited about it. They're looking for a little bit endorsement from you on the vehicles. You look at the vehicles all the time, so looking for them. If you use, hey, it's a beautiful car. Use some tone and inflection when you say that too. Hey, that's a really nice car. We've actually had a few calls on that one already today. All right, you said it, okay, but it didn't really sound like a really nice car. It's a really nice car. We've actually had a few calls on that one already today. Okay, so you see what we're doing? We acknowledge it, they're excited, and they're like, oh, okay. Now, why would we say we've had a few calls on that one already today? That little sense of urgency, right? If you had a few people looking at it this week, when you look at it that way, you're like, okay, well, why didn't they buy it? So, okay, maybe it just hit the internet. Maybe this is a car, I'm glad I'm calling in. Let's do this. So I don't waste any of your time. Let me go check on that availability right now. It should take me about 10 minutes. Are you calling from home or work today? Oh, it's my cell. Great, and that number is? And how do I spell your last name correctly? And your first name is? Get their contact information here, right now. We want to get it up front. If you notice in the generic side, we didn't. But in this situation, we want to know who they are. Okay, what we don't want to do is say, yes, we have great availability. It is available. Because that's what they called in. Now they have the information they wanted. They can just hang up. Okay, I'll let you know. They can hang up. You could lose them. So let's find out who they are. Let's get their contact information. And we still want to qualify them. Even though they've picked out the vehicle, we still want to know potentially what other vehicles they may be wanting to look at. Because what if that vehicle is not available that they called in on? What if it's not? Or from the time that they called in, by the time you come in, things change a little bit. And now this is our opportunity to open up our inventory and actually funnel out, okay? If a customer calls in, they're very narrow. We want to funnel out in the situation and open up our inventory. And you want to know a little bit more about their buying needs. So let's set things apart and let's go with something like this. Great, let's do this. So don't waste any of your time. Let me go check on that availability right now. It should take me about 10 minutes. Are you calling from home or work today? I'm calling from my cell. You get the number. And how do I spell your last name correctly? And your first name is. And you get that information down. Now, let's say his name is Tim. Okay, Tim. Well, Tim, hey, while I'm checking on that Accord, let me ask you, is it specifically and only that Accord you're considering? Or would you be open to others, especially if you had something really nice and can save you some money? Oh, well, it doesn't have to be that particular one. Do you have something else like it? Well, so I better understand your needs. Were you looking for 2-door or 4-door? Oh, definitely going to be a 4-door. Stick or automatic transmission? Well, I definitely would like an automatic. Leather, see where I'm going? Now I ask my 3 to 5 qualifying questions, which opens up my inventory. That's how we qualify a a specific call. So let's get their contact information right, and let's open up our inventory and know a little bit more about what they're looking for. Specific qualifying. I'm Mike Heuser, and we'll see you in the next video.